don't be afraid of using Gimp with other applications where the other application might be more beneficial. So we'll have a look at using Gimp and Inkscape. So there's my Gimp document, and for later on you need to be aware of what you've created. So this one has a resolution of 300 by 300. It's actually a stock A5 Gimp template. And I've put in a grid, and I'm going to make a shape using the path tool. Sometimes helps, depending what you're doing, to snap to the grid. This is a simple regular cross like that. Remember, hold the Control key down when you come to close it, get those little co-joined circles, and you can close your path like that. So that's the path. That's my main layer. Back to the path. If I right click, that's a right click, I can export the path. And I export it as an SVG. So I'm going to put it in that folder. And I'll type a name in. The obvious one is cross. And the suffix .svg, don't forget the .svg. So that's my path. Now then I've gone straight into Inkscape now. And I can go and find that cross SVG. If I use the editing tool, it looks like that. Very simple shape. And I need some text now. Now I'm just copying and pasting. You can have your text anywhere you like. It doesn't have to be on the page, and it can be any length you like initially. But what I'll do now is go into the Edit menu, select all, and go into Text, Flow into Frame. And we get that. The text isn't fixed. You can change fonts, sizes, add more text. I'm going to add more text with a paste it in like that. You could type it in if you wanted to. And you can change the justification. For this one, probably centered is as good as any. And what I'll do now, I'll select the text. If you look at the bottom, you can see linked flowed text. And if I go into the Paths menu, I can do Object to Path. You can see that's now a group of 327. Now a funny one, Object, Ungroup, Path, Combine, and I get information at the bottom that it's a path. The next bit isn't absolutely necessary, but tidies things up a little bit. If I go into the File menu, Document Properties, down in the middle somewhere is a Resize Page to Drawing, and I get that, which makes it nice and tidy to save as an SVG. So I'm going to call it, what can we call it? Cross Text SVG, and you can see there it's an Inkscape SVG. Save that. And then back to Gimp. So there I'm in Gimp. Now I can open as layers that, if I can find it, there it is, Cross Text SVG. Open that. And in the dialog, if you remember the resolution, Inkscape by default will always be 90, and you need to put your value in. In this case it's 300, might be 72, might be 96, whatever your drawing is. You can change the units there if you want to, and you might have a little bit of moving around to do. So I'm going to move the active layer like that. And there it is. There's my text in my Gimp shape. You can always go and stroke the path. Remember, this is your original Gimp path. There we are. looks like that. Maybe a fill in the layer underneath, turn that off, looks like that. So that's Gimp, and it's come, that was very quick, come via Inkscape back into Gimp.